weekend. We are bringing the fireworks. What does that mean? The 135-pound division, explosive, versatile. That's right. The belt is on the line in the bantamweight division at Combate Global tonight.
Fight, are you ready?
Combate Global.
Oh, what a punch. What an incredible fight. Can you believe what you just saw? We have a champion.
It is Memorial Day weekend. There's the skyline of Miami, which means that's right, it's the start of summer. You can fry an egg on the street, but the skyline is still beautiful. We are inside Univision Studios. We hope you are all enjoying honoring those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice for freedom here in America. And you hear the sound of Los Knockouts laying down the Memorial Day weekend beats. Hope everyone's having a good time at the barbecues, but we're ready to grill some action inside La Jaula tonight. Jimmy Smith alongside Rodolfo Roman. It was given to us by the late, great Jeff Blatnick, right? Mixed martial arts. Got to know everything to win. At 135, that's where it's exemplified. They can do everything.
They can do everything, and tonight we could potentially see it with our champion, David Martinez. He has that knockout power. Could happen here tonight, Jimmy. Looking forward to this 5-round title fights. We don't have too many fights that go 5 rounds here. I'm excited for this one.
Now, and 135 right now, red hot across all of MMA. It's a division everyone is looking at. Why? It's so exciting, right? You see so much action and so many great fighters just happen to fit into that wheelhouse. Combate Global, its flag is planted right now at 135. They have a great champion. The question is, can he defend?
And that's going to be the test here tonight against Jose Zarauz, a guy who had a lot of success in that Copa Combate. He ended up losing to Francis Lambo, the man who took that tournament home, took the victory, but he's coming off a victory against a veteran in Jordan Espinosa. Looking forward to it here. Again, can he dethrone the champion? We'll find out.
Oh, it's a contrast in styles. It's a contrast in personalities. Let's find out about both fighters.
Mi nombre es David Martínez, vengo de la Ciudad de México y tengo 24 años. Es un impulso grande que te da ser el campeón. Te ponen el cinturón y te sientes lleno de energía, te sientes lleno de fuerza. Tener ahí el cinturón en las manos, la verdad es que es una experiencia muy bonita, y saber que sigue siendo el campeón te llena de orgullo, te llena de alegría.
Soy José Zarauz, tengo 30 años y vengo de Perú. Mi estilo lo he ido encontrando de acuerdo a las peleas, he ido mejorando. Empecé mucho con el grappling, la lucha, pero poco a poco fui mejorando mucho la parte del striking, el Muay Thai, el kickboxing.
He estado trabajando todas mis áreas, he estado trabajando, como esto es MMA, no puedes quedarte atrás solo sabiendo boxear, solo sabiendo patear, sino que tienes que saber defenderse, tienes que saber atacar en el piso, saber derribar y saber defender esos tackles que seguramente va a venir con todo. Entonces, yo creo que así se va a dar la pelea, pero estamos preparados para lo que venga.
Generalmente mi plan de ataque en esta pelea siempre fue el mismo que tengo durante todas, que fue ir hacia adelante e ir a acabar al rival.
Este rival, José Zarauz, ya es uno de los del top de la división. Ha tenido más de 30 peleas a nivel profesional. Es un rival fuerte, ya ha estado en Copa Combate y va a ser una pelea explosiva, va a ser una buena pelea que, bueno, les va a gustar ver.
Él es un rival duro, pero yo soy un problema más duro para él y este domingo lo voy a demostrar. Vamos a ir a dar una buena pelea, pero el cinturón se viene para Perú.
Para José Zarauz, que esté preparado para la pelea, que esté listo porque se avecina una guerra muy dura.
A little bit different, Rodolfo, from what we normally hear, which is, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to blow this guy away. Both these guys, very respectful of their opponent. They know it's going to be a hard fight.
They were asked, what is your prediction? What do you look forward to? What do you visualize the end of the fight? They both gave, I don't know. That's how much respect they have for each other coming in here. And one thing about Zarauz, okay, why did he get his title shot? Well, he's next in line. Francis Lambo was next. He's no longer in the roster. Then you have some teammates of Martinez that's part of the rankings. This guy is next. This is a guy who has over 30 fights, and he showed that he can bring it to, I mean, it's Francis Lambo. All you got to do is just look at the replay, go to the on-demand here in Paramount Plus, and you can see it. In fact, after the result, it was a split decision victory for Lambo. There was a lot of controversy. People were saying, hey, no, I think Zarauz won. And he had control on the ground for about two two and change, which is half of that round. This guy's a grappler, but he has a lot of power in his hands. And Martinez, he's the guy that switches stances a lot. So if he leaves himself open, anything can happen.
Now, when you look at it that way, we're talking about a big physical 135-pounder, but Martinez always moves. He never stops angling. It's all about the lateral movement with him. Do you think that continues tonight?
He will. This guy is just fast-paced, has knockout power. We've seen it in the past. But when you look back at Axel Osuna's fight, the fight that he had the last time around, he got hit. He got rocked with a high kick. He learned from that fight. They asked him, what'd you learn from that fight? Well, to keep my hands up. And listen, May is good for David Martinez. If you go back to 21 of May, 22 of May, he's always been victorious. 21, he won the championship title. In 22, he defeated Arturo by way of knockout in the first round. So Canelo has Cinco de Mayo, Cinco Mayweather, whatever they call it. David Martinez has May, the end of May. That month belongs to the champion.
Also, Martinez, when you ask him about this fight, he talks about the energy of being champion. A lot of people see it as pressure, right? Well, now I'm number one. Everyone's gunning for me. In this case, Martinez talks about the energy it gives him, something to defend. Do you think that's on display tonight?
Yes, and he needs to keep that momentum. He needs to prove himself why he's championing, but not just stick to the same thing. He has to show some diversity, and he showed it last time around with Axel Osuna, who's a great jiu-jitsu extraordinaire. Now, he's fighting a different type of fighter, as you mentioned, Jimmy, with Zarauz. He is a wrestler. He has a strong wrestling. Osuna had a little bit better here in the jiu-jitsu game, but once Zarauz gets you on the ground, he pins you down. I'm curious to see if he's able to get off and land on the feet, where Martinez is exceptional.
It is the contrast that make fights interesting. We have that, of course, in our title fight, but in so many of our fights. We'll break them down on Combate Global. When we come back, don't go anywhere. Welcome back inside Univision Studios. Los Knockouts laying it down on Memorial Day weekend. I hope you are all enjoying, but we're inside, not barbecuing, getting ready for some fights. In the women's flyweight division, we have Fernanda Marufo versus MARITZA Sanchez. Our theme so far has been versatility, right? The fighters that can do it all. MARITZA Sanchez has to be in that category.
We've seen it diversify inside La Jaula. Can you imagine, Jimmy, her first professional fight was a defeat, took a straight up pedigree here in La Jaula, and now she's gone undefeated. You can't beat this young lady. She's trained now with a Team Alpha. We don't need to say much about that, Jim. Uriah Faber, the list goes on, and we've seen that diversity, that body shot that she landed on Dee Bigley last time around. I mean,
one body shot.
One.
I counted 20, right. 30.
And kudos to Dee Bigley. She had a lot of heart to take those shots, but that last one, and then she hit her with that right hook towards it, which kind of wasn't really necessary because she had it already pretty much in the pocket. But MARITZA Sanchez has just been phenomenal inside. But listen, this is Fernanda Marufo making her debut inside La Jaula. It's a lot of stuff out there right there. She's on the big stage and she has a lot to prove. And she is that type of fighter that she can be very creative, especially in the clinch. She'll throw in these little loopy elbows and punches, which if you're not paying attention, you could get caught.
Yeah, but we're paying attention to two fighters who desperately need a win tonight. Let's find out about both of them.
My name is Maritza Sanchez. I'm 25 years old and I'm coming from Placerville, California. Although I've only had 5 professional fights, I did have 12 amateur fights. I could say I've been in the game for a while, but I can also say I am pretty new to this. I feel like I'm still barely getting started.
Fernanda Marrufo, tengo 30 años y vengo de Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco. Yo creo que me definiría como una peleadora striker, me gusta mucho pelear de pie. En realidad todas las áreas me gustan, me gusta mucho la lucha, me gusta mucho jiu-jitsu, pero sí, de pie yo creo que es mi parte favorita, strike.
My game and the fight game has evolved dramatically. I feel it's really good to see my hard work pay off and you always get better 1% each day.
Mis 2 victorias han sido por knockout. Siento mucho orgullo de mí, de de mi equipo, de poder representar a mi ciudad, a mi país.
My preparation for this fight was really long. I had a really, really long fight camp. I'm not also just physically ready to fight this coming Sunday, but I'm also really mentally ready. I feel very well prepared.
¿Qué sé de mi rival? Pues conozco su récord, pues es una peleadora completa y eso pues también me emociona, pero yo estoy decidida y pues me he preparado mucho y vengo a eso, a ganar.
She's going to want to rip my head off as well as I am, so it's going to be a good fight. Fernanda, espero que estés lista porque yo sí estoy. Te veo en la jaula.
Maritza Sanchez, you have once again your first fight here in 2023 against Fernanda Marufo. Now, you were supposed to fight earlier this year, so this has been a long camp. Does this benefit you along the long run?
Yeah, you know, I've had a very, very long training camp. I've been working really, really hard, and I'm expecting for all my skills and hard work to pay off tonight.
During media week, you said that you were working a lot on the body shot that you did to Dee Bigley. What have you been working for in this fight and in this long training camp that you do? Something that we look forward to seeing inside La Jaula.
You know, you could be surprised. A lot of people like to describe me as a striker, but you may see some ground game. Just stay tuned.
Which I was looking at some of your records. It's been, I think, I want to say 2020, early 2020, that you last had a submission victory. Are we going to see some of that groundwork? You mentioned it. And why haven't we seen it before? Is it you just felt very confident with the striking in the stand-up game?
Yeah, you know, I really like to strike, but I've been really evolving my game. And, yeah, I may go for a submission tonight, so we'll see.
All right, looking at Fernanda, she's making her debut here inside La Jaula for the first time. What can you tell me about her? One thing I took note of is, especially in the clinch, she'll throw in these loopy hooks and maybe even some elbows in there, which makes her quite dangerous if you're not really protecting yourself. But what stands out about her?
Yeah, you know, to be quite honest, I don't really know much about her. I've got to watch like a short clip off of like her fight game. I'm expecting the most out of her. I know she's going to come in really strong, and I'm going to expect the unexpected.
And to end on a light note, I noticed that a couple of years ago, you were in a Papa Roach music video. How did that come about?
Yeah, you know, it was very, very spontaneous. I got a text from one of my buddies, Jaime. He's from Royal Six Tattoo. And he was like, hey, do you want to be in a music video? And I was like, yeah, why not? So he was like, yeah, you know, if we can use your gym, AB's Dragon House. We ended up doing it there, and it was super fun. I got to meet them, and it was super cool.
Awesome, Marissa. Well, Jacoby, Papa Roach, if you guys watching, check out this young lady in action inside La Jaula. Jimmy, back to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rodolfo. I know it's your dream to be in a music video. You will get your opportunity. If you've ever coached MMA, you know everyone walks in and wants to be a world champion. What you do is more than looking at their physical attributes. You look at that thing that separates them from the rest of the pack. With both of these ladies, there is that thing. When I think of Maritza Sanchez, when you look at her finishing ability, not only does she have the body shots, which are extremely rare in all of combat sports, not many great body punchers. She is a great body puncher, but when she attacks, she uses everything she has to finish her opponent. And right there, Fernanda Marufo, what stands out to me about her is she is not to be bullied. She is not big for the weight class, but it's her ability, as Rodolfo said, to throw loopy punches that you don't see coming with surprising power. You may think you have physical advantages against her, only to find out that you've ended up with a bobcat right in front of you. Small, but powerful. Small, but relentless. And Maritza Sanchez is going to need all of her finishing ability. And what I like when I see her finish, her last time in La Jaula, was she does not let up. Once you get them hurt, you never let them off the hook. That is an instinct that you build in the gym, but you perfect in La Jaula. You perfect from bell to bell. And there's one thing about Maritza Sanchez. She is a near perfect finisher in terms of her ability to get fighters out of there. So that's what I'm looking forward to tonight when I look at this fight. I look at a fighter that is complete in her attack versus a fighter who you may think you can push around. You may think you can physically manhandle. You may think you can own her in the clinch in those tight positions where her size is a disadvantage, only to find out that isn't true. She can lay you out with one shot, and the experience disparity. When I look at Maritza Sanchez, 4-1 as a pro. She has fought in La Jaula before. Fernanda Marufo has not. Only 2-1 as a professional, her first time in the cage behind me. That means a lot. when you talk to fighters who are veterans in a promotion, they talk about defending their house from all comers. You don't come in and push me around. And we will see if this mental battle is played out in La Jaula the way it has been so far played out outside of La Jaula. Their preparation is done. They will get it on tonight, and we can't wait to see it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, Combate Global. Moments away from David Martinez putting the strap on the line against the Peruvian Jose Zarauz, who definitely had a very, very good outing in Copa Combate, and then coming off a victory against Jordan Espinosa. But that's just moments away here inside La Jaula, and of course a lot more fights on the lines. But now we're gonna go to La Jaula with my man Jimmy Smith is with El Jefe Campbell McLaren. Jimmy.
Thanks, Rodolfo. I'm here with El Jefe Campbell McLaren tonight.
Yeah.
The title, 135 pounds. Is there a hotter weight class in all of MMA than 135? What can we expect tonight?
Well, I think Martinez is the greatest example of a 135er. Fast, but still with knockout power, right? And that's really what it's about. Sometimes people say, you want speed or do you want power? Martinez has really got both. And what's interesting about this young man, and he's very young, and that speaks to what Combate has right now, which is a group of people in their early 20s that are coming of age, coming up to speed, and being able to deliver. Look, no knock on other promotions, but when the average age of your fighter is 38, what the and I say amount, I can't say what amount. So let me, I don't know what you're going to do with that. But when the average age of your fighter is 38, you need to really look at your roster. For Combate, we're out scouting young folks, and Martinez is an example of our scouting prowess. We found him early, we brought him in, and he is an exciting fighter, fast, and very dangerous. I was going to say deadly, but, you know, he's also studying to be a doctor, which just...
So hopefully he's not deadly.
He's hopefully not deadly. No, we saw a picture of him holding a little baby in his rounds, and all of us had the same reaction. Put that baby down. What are you doing with that baby? Put that baby down. But I'm looking forward to this fight. It's going to be great.
The enthusiasm of your fighters. I've seen fighters win here and hop over La Jaula, and they go absolutely nuts. The pride they have. They come up to you afterward and thank you for the opportunity. How is the personality outside of the La Jaula different for fighters in Combate?
Well, I think you hit on it. With Combate was really started to take advantage of soccer rivalries, right? So it was the country versus country. And you see that particularly in our show with Mexico versus the USA, right? Mexico has long dominated soccer over the USA teams, but the USA has long dominated MMA over Mexican fighters, and we're starting to flip that. So I think it's a national pride issue. It's also just, there's this style. I used to say you don't have to be Hispanic to fight in Combate, but you have to fight like a Mexican. And a friend of mine from Guatemala came up and said, you shouldn't say that. You should say fight like a Chapin, which is, of course, the nickname for folks from Guatemala. And it dawned on me, no, you don't have to fight like a Mexican. You got to fight like a Cuban. You have to fight like a Chilean. You got to fight like a Peruvian. It's this Hispanic style of fighting where if you don't knock the other guy down or girl down, then you didn't do your job.
Now, I know you're a promoter. You're easily excited. But there's a fighter tonight that you cannot wait to see. Decorated amateur, also knockout power. Who are we talking about?
Well, we have this new guy, Tony Cortez. And yes, I am a promoter. And yes, I am passionate about this. But let me tell you something. This guy is MMA's Mike Tyson. He is MMA's Mike Tyson. Years ago, I saw Tyson come into a weigh-in with a towel over his head and barefoot. And you saw that, and it was no more Mr. Apollo Creed bullshit boxing, right? That guy came in. He came in to hurt people. He came in to destroy people. Cortez is the same way. He comes from some very mean streets. He was going down a wrong path, and it's MMA and fighting professionally that's going to deliver him from what could have been a very terrible existence. And he brings that knowledge into La Jaula.
Thank you, as always, El Jefe. Back to you, Rodolfo.
Thanks, Jimmy and El Jefe. There's the fight card. Jose Zarauz versus David Martinez, putting the strap for a 5-rounder. And then the ladies, Fernanda Marufo taking on MARITZA Sanchez, and topping it off with a professional debut of Tony Cortez, who's undefeated as an amateur, taking on Jose FERRERI. I'm excited for that young man here, Jimmy.
When you look at Martinez, it's that ability to attack in a million different ways, right? And one of the themes tonight that I think we're going to see a lot of is, disparities in experience, right? A lot of the times, David Martinez going into his 11th fight, Zarauz coming into his 34th fight. So why is Martinez so hyped? Check it out.
The Black Spartan.
And you look at the ability of Martinez to lay opponents out and disguise his attack with his movement. How much do you think that's on display tonight, Rodolfo?
It's going to come in handy. And he has so much power for a 135er. Usually when you think of the lightweights, right, Jimmy, it's just fast pace. They go the distance. But this guy, he's not looking for that. He's trying to go home real early and take his gold with him. So he's trying to finish off the fight as soon as possible. And we've seen some of that versatility. We know that he has that knockout power, but he could go ahead and scramble and transition on the floor as well, as he did against Osuna. And also can come back from adversity, as he was kicked in the head and he was able to continue on into the championship rounds of the 4th round. But one thing stuck out to me, Jimmy, in the interview that he had during the week. He said, I was kind of nervous going into that fight with Osuna because I have never fought in the 4th or 5th round. Now those butterflies are out. Quite interesting note that he said in that interview.
Now, Zarauz, for his part, as I said, going into his 34th professional fight, it's one of those things where he's dealt with adversity. He's dealt with difficulties early in fights. Martinez is going to have to keep the pressure on for 5 rounds in order to get the victory. Does he have the not just the explosiveness, but the gas tank to pull that off?
The gas is there for Martinez, and the gas is there for Zarauz. Remember, Martinez was part of a tournament, 8-man tournament, to get that championship. Zarauz was part of Combate tournament. The gas is there. He doesn't need no 5-hour energy. This guy's ready to go.
Now, when I look at Zarauz, what do I see? I see a big, physical 135-pounder. A guy who, if he's smart tonight, slows the fight down. What do you think his strategy is early in this fight? Setting maybe a slow pace, or just try to keep up with Martinez early?
Yeah, you got to be slow, because Martinez is just really quick on his feet. So you got to really find that right opportunity to clinch him and then just work way and take him down to the ground and potentially go for a sub victory. That's his best shot right here. Or catch Martinez off guard and land him with a heavy shot like Osuna did. But the thing with Osuna is he caught him really late into that 3rd round. We don't know what would have happened if there would have been more time into that round. So that makes a difference here.
With the Osuna knockdown and almost knockout, there are 2 ways to come away with that. You can go, this guy's got some technical deficiencies. He ate a big head kick. Yep. Or you could say, he's got grit. He's got toughness. He was able to come back from a bad position. How do you see it?
He has a little bit of both, right? He's technical and he has grit. He was able to overcome, and he picked up where he left off. It's like it never ever happened. So that is what we've seen from Martinez, the evolution as of a fighter inside La Jaula.
A few weeks ago, we saw an entire card where whoever won the first round lost the fight. It was every single fight. Similar thing tonight, where it's not how you start, it's where you finish. Do you think that's his theme tonight, quickly?
I think it's going to be, I think Martinez is going to be challenged here a bit. I think Zarauz has a lot of heart. Don't underestimate him. Same thing for Martinez's opponent as well. It's right now, anyone is up for a lot of good fights on this Labor Day.
We're about to get started. Sarakova taking on Caroline Gallardo. Kicks it off on a championship weekend. When we come back, don't go anywhere.
Are you ready?
Combate Global.
What an incredible fight. Can you believe what you just saw? We have a champion.
Welcome to Miami, where the only thing hotter than the skyline is the street. The only thing hotter than that is inside Univision Studios, where we are underway with Combate Global, a championship weekend at 135 pounds. The theme of the night, as I said, Jimmy Smith alongside Rodolfo Roman is experience. In our fight coming up, Sarakova 4-2 against Caroline Gallardo, who is 8-4, twice the number of fights. Do you think that's a factor?
She's on top of the food chain in her rankings. There's no doubt about that. Caroline, it's been some time since we've seen her inside La Jaula, but she's improved a lot in that versatility. Looking forward to against Sarakova.
Sarakova, well trained, working hard for this one, as has Caroline Gallardo. Omar Amador is going to get us started.
Entrando a la jaula, Sarakova.
There is Sarakova, no surprise, with a Mexican flag draped around her shoulders. Started out in boxing, but she says, I'm now a complete mixed martial artist. That, as you know, not an easy transition, Rodolfo.
No, absolutely not, and she's been working a lot on her ground game, competing in a lot of jiu-jitsu tournaments to hone those skills, to make her that all-around fighter. It's been some time since we've seen her in La Jaula. Her last fight, she lost by way of split decision. But one thing that stood out for me is she's kind of hesitant. She doesn't let go. And when you fight against a girl like Caroline Gallardo, who's the complete opposite, you're going to have to try to keep up her pace. If not, it's going to be a short night for you.
Also coming up, a split decision loss. What do? You go back and say, what could I have done differently? To your point, it was about volume in that fight. Did she go back to the gym and correct the mistakes that led to that loss? And that's the question. But Omar, let's bring in her opponent whenever you're ready, buddy.
Y ahora, su oponente, Caroline Gallardo.
There's Caroline Gallardo. She has trained with Juliana Pena, former champion in the UFC at 135 pounds. She says, training with her isn't just great for my technique. She's an inspiration. She's a motivator for me. And when you talk about confidence, Juliana Pena, she'd have a world championship forever. She believes she's number one. That's infectious.
That's already going into mentally, just builds up your self-esteem as a fighter, heck, as a person. The last time we saw Caroline was inside La Jaula back in September of 2022 against Daniel Taylor, coming off a split decision victory. But look forward to her. She's very fast-paced, a great stand-up, and you mentioned training at Valley Flow Striking with the likes of Juliana Pena, also baby boy Enrique Gonzalez, who trains out of there. So a lot of star-studded people are her training partners in that camp.
A quick starter known for her aggressive first rounds. Tonight is going to be no different. She looks full of energy and ready to go, and so are we. Let's look at the head-to-head. A slight height advantage for Gallardo, a slight reach advantage as well. Omar Amador is going to get us going.
Damas y caballeros, ya estamos listos para este combate pautado a 3 asaltos de 5 minutos en la división de peso baja. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for this bout set to 3 rounds of 5 minutes in the strawweight division. Los jueces son, the judges are Richard Green Jr., John Rupert y Mark Streisand. Y ahora sí, el momento ha llegado para un combate global. Presentando en la esquina azul, introducing out of the blue corner, entra con un récord oficial de 4 victorias, 2 derrotas. She steps in with a professional record of 4 victories and 2 losses. Registró 115.6 libras en la báscula. She weighed in at 115.6 pounds. Vistiendo todo de negro, wearing all black. Es de Ciudad de México, Sarakova. Y ahora su oponente en la esquina roja. Now her opponent out of the red corner. Entra con un récord oficial de 8 victorias, 4 derrotas. She steps in with a professional record of 8 victories, 4 losses. She weighed in at 115.8 pounds. Registró 115.8 libras en la báscula. Vistiendo todo de rojo. Es de Chicago, Illinois, vía Santiago de Chile, Caroline Gallardo. Y el referee para este encuentro, Christopher Minioki.
We're ready to get underway. Round number 1. Sarakova in the black. Caroline Gallardo in the red. Strawweight division, 115 pounds. And we're underway.
Yeah, Caroline does not waste any time. She starts off really quick on her feet. You'll see that stand up right from the start. COVA, last time we saw her, as I mentioned, Jimmy, kind of like a slow starter, but she needs to keep up the pace.
Might not have that option tonight, as you see Gallardo already pushing her against La Jaula, making the cage small. That's what we train you to do.
Now, COVA did pick up 2 wins back in November of last year and earlier this year in March. But ironically, how crazy this is, Jimmy. So the last time we saw her in La Jaula was in June. She lost by split. Then she took another split decision loss and then won a split division victory, and then a unanimous decision. So I'm sure she wants to just forget about those decisions and pick up some subs or
it can
KOs
be
or TKOs.
frustrating, right? You want the finish after going the distance over and over again. She's throwing some mean left hands, but COVA in the black doing a good job with the counter punching.
Yeah, COVA does have that strength in boxing, but what Caroline will capitalize is look at those kicks. She loves to work that inside kick when she gets that opening, and then she'll work in the hands.
A lot of fighters, when it comes to boxing in MMA, they remember the punches, they forget the footwork.
Yep.
They let themselves get pushed back a little too much, and so far, that's been the story of the fight, with COVA getting pushed back to the fence. Really likes that jab to hook combination. Old school with the hands, right?
Old school stand-up. Good feint, though, from Sarah.
Gallardo doing a good job counter-punching with those straight right hands.
I'm actually surprised at her. She's a lot more faster. She's more calm, more patient this time around. She'll feel it out. Once she gets to that groove, there's no way of stopping her.
As they say in Muay Thai kickboxing, hand to foot, foot to hand, throw everything seamlessly together. And so far, Gallardo doing that well.
Very, very well. Let's see. That's what COVA does. COVA just steps around, doesn't
left
throw.
Hand, following it up with the right.
There it is.
Gallardo seems to smell blood right now.
She gets in that groove, Jimmy. It's like driving in the Autobahn. You're not going to stop that car.
There's a break. Don't know which pedal it is, right? That's how you got to fight.
Should have changed there.
That's one thing about the boxing. Clinching is illegal. You get used to what do they call dirty boxing.
Yeah. Now,
COVA did a pretty good job defending in there.
That's what I'm about to say. Good head movement. Now, one thing I noticed from COVA, and as I do, because I remember doing this myself, every time you'll throw a shot and it was more wasted, like you'll kind of hit your gloves together out of frustration. Don't know if that's what she meant by that, but I've seen a lot of fighters that do it. It's kind of like you get mad at yourself for not connecting.
It can be a little bit of a tell, too.
Yeah.
You never want to show your opponent
Right. You're showing your cards.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything that happens in the Jaula, it was supposed to happen. I planned it that way. That's the mentality you got to have. You know that well. I meant to throw that kick and fall. That's part of my strategy. Good clinch work, elbows and punches over the top, but Caroline Gallardo so far controlling the real estate, right? Taking the center of La Jaula is not just important for doing damage, sends a good message to the judges. I'm the boss of this fight.
Now in that exchange previously, I did notice Cole was doing something that she should have been doing, and that's working the body. She needs to do this, knowing that she does give that couple of inches away, right, in height.
I work a little bit harder to get inside.
Yep.
Shorter Cova also has a bit of a reach disadvantage. Moving well with the footwork.
Yeah, good stuff there, switching the stance.
It's just, you know, when Gallardo comes in like this, that's when she stops moving, that's when you need to move.
Like I said, she's so elusive there. Once she gets that groove.
Oh, nice elbow over the top.
Looking right in.
Underused weapon in MMA, those tie elbows over the top. Good takedown from Gallardo. Gallardo right now in guard, right now half butterfly and full guard now for Cova. But Gallardo right now using the position well, keeping Cova's head against the fence. Nowhere to move, it's uncomfortable.
Now you got to go back to 2018, Jimmy, where Gallardo picked up a victory by way of armbar. It's the last time she picked up a win by way of submission.
And right now, content to ground and pound. Cova having to work from her back, getting a little bit of space. But right now, Caroline Gallardo working very hard on top to punctuate round number 1. And we are back in La Jaula, Combate Global. It is Sarakova in the black versus Caroline Gallardo in the red. Round number 1, the fast starter. Gallardo living up to that reputation, starting very well.
She is, but Cova doing a good job, though. There's some momentum there where Gallardo will go on a flurry of punches, but does a good way on dodging, good head movement.
One thing that's a little strange so far when you look at the styles, Cova not really committing to any one punch.
No.
You gotta ask yourself at a certain point, did you come to do well or did you come to win? Did you come to hang in or did you come to win?
And that's what I was saying. That's you have to bring it. You have to bring it. There were some times in that first round when she was backpedaling. you gotta come and bring it, Jimmy.
So far, the fighter from Chile, Gallardo right now bringing the heat. We have open scoring here in Combate Global. We know the scores, and they are 10-9 across the board for Caroline Gallardo. No surprise there.
Oh, that must be so frustrating when they put up your chin.
Oh, it's terrible. I hate it. You're probably one of those guys.
I am.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Cova trying to do some work from the clinch, but Gallardo just more versed in those clinch positions, right? Seems like she has more of that Thai background, able to do well from the plum.
Yeah, not showing too much diversity from Cova. She will throw if she has that chance, spinning back fists, spinning back elbows. Haven't seen it yet. But she tried a Superman punch there for a second. Oh, she did there an elbow.
Good kick to the body from Gallardo. Those pay dividends over time. Leg kicks, body shots wear you down.
But you know what it is, Jimmy, is that Gallardo is just stalking her prey. She's not letting her do anything, not leaving any openings. So Cova is she's really just stuck in the bubble. She can't do anything.
Yeah, Cova hasn't really been able to set anything up, but she's thrown some power punches, but they've been under duress. She's been on her back foot, hasn't been able to set up her own offense. But to your point, Gallardo's been in her face the entire time.
And she's not angling. You know, Cova, she knows that Gallardo's just coming right at her, but she's not angling.
Oh, good right hand.
Yeah, there it is. Once she gets
Cova.
that power.
Get the feeling that Cova is starting to physically wear down under the assault of Caroline Gallardo.
Gallardo going for a spinning back elbow.
But might as well while you're winning. Right now, the fighter from Chile seeing everything go her way. Cova's still in the fight. It was not a 10-8 first round, but
she has a lot of grit, Jimmy. There's no doubt about that. She's been taking a lot of shots to the head. And she's still in this fight.
Rodolfo, you've been in the game a long time. You know the code. Grit and heart a lot of times just make a beating last longer. You don't go in there and start throwing your own hands. And Cova has been answering back, but hasn't been able to back Gallardo off of her. That's been the story of the fight.
Yeah, you could take your flowers. You want that victory, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Stiff jab from both fighters at the same time. Gallardo now in the Thai plum. Gonna make life that much more miserable for Sarakova. No real beautiful knee. No real grappling in round number 2.
And that's what I was gonna say right there. That none whatsoever. And Gallardo, it's like, hey, I'll play your game. Stand up.
Now, she's caught a couple of those kicks just like that, but really doesn't seem to have the experience
to
get
grab
that,
onto, right.
Yeah, that trip takedown. No commitment to a single leg, nothing like that.
That in itself, it's something that you have to time perfectly right.
That's something you got to build in the gym. You got to be used to that kind of thing.
And just looking at COVA, you know, she's just confident with her punching. Not even in the clinch game, Jimmy.
Beautiful underhook from Caroline Gallardo on the right side. Deep underneath with the underhook. Sarakova, no real way out of it, trying to underhook on the other side.
Yeah, I mean for COVA there, you had some trip opportunities there that she could have taken advantage, but
no level change.
Nothing. Yeah.
Seems content to. Oh, nice right hand over the top, but Gallardo unfazed by that shot. She certainly found a home for the right hand every now and then, but not enough commitment on it to get Gallardo to back off.
Yeah, that's how she threw just heavy punches, but what's diverse about Gallardo is that she's going to hit you in all levels.
10 seconds left in a round 2 where COVA's starting to turn it on late, but it has belonged, just like round number 1, to Caroline Gallardo.
Come on, coach. I got it. Yeah, just give me. Wait. Yeah. Okay.
Let's take a look at the highlights for that second chapter of this bout, Jimmy, and it was just Gallardo landing in the clinch. Great knee action. COVA just throwing loopy punches, seeing if something hits. More like desperate times calls for desperate measures for her. And she's just really just going for the head, right? Just trying to land a bomb and see if anything lands, like a Hail Mary with 10 seconds to go in the 4th quarter at the end of the Super Bowl, Jimmy. That's pretty much what she's going for. Caroline just exceptional, and they're so quick, and you could just point it out.
And we are ready to begin round number 3. Sarakova in the black, Caroline Gallardo in the red. A lot of times the face does not tell the tale of the fight, and this one kind of does. Sarakova's been beaten up first 2 rounds. She's been in it though, Rodolfo. She's been answering back with the right hand, but no answer for the physical attack of Caroline Gallardo.
And she'll just connect once and lay back. Doesn't follow through. You can't go anywhere with that. You have to be consistent. Now, one thing I saw from the corner of Gallardo, it seems they're trying to aim for the uppercut and trying to put it into this fight. Or at least a body shot from the hand gesture that I caught.
Yeah, she's doing very well with the stand-up right here, just like that. Straight punches, good hooks, and from the clinch, it's been all Gallardo with knees, elbows over the top.
Yeah, because what COVA's doing is she's doing a lot of feint with that jab. So Gallardo's trying to cut the right moment to hit in that, maybe a liver shot.
Maybe diversify the offense, because the head punch they've been landing, but they haven't taken Sarakova out of this fight. And also, haven't really seen her rock yet. She's been hurt by the accumulation, but no one shot has really done it yet.
And she'll come in with her head down when she throws in that jab or right hand. Now, did she try to grab the leg?
Nice leg kick there. You heard it smack throughout the Univision studios. Looks like she's in a head and arm position. She has to commit if she's going to get it.
No, Gallardo doing a good way of bench.
Excellent job.
Backfired, yeah.
Great takedown for Gallardo, putting that weight on top. It's been a while since she's had a submission victory, but
it's been some time. But great ground and pound position here. She could win a TKO.
We have the open scoring. It is 2 rounds
Look
to
at that
none.
arm right there, Jimmy.
Yep. It is close. It is easy. You step over the head and it's there. We have open scoring here at Combate Global. We know that Caroline Gallardo is up 2 rounds to none over Sarakova. COVA needs a finish in this 3rd round. There's the boss, Campbell McLaren, down at these 2 ladies as Carolina Gallardo giving everything she has.
How nerve-wracking is that to have your boss looking at you? You know what I mean?
The one thing that you know, in my personal experience, I get tunnel vision. You can be Godzilla looking at me. I would have no idea. Yeah, when I was fighting.
But she may get something here, Jimmy. It might be it right here.
2 hooks in, blood pouring out of the face of Sarakova. We're about to have a TKO in round number 3.
Kova's about to turn, make it worse. There it is.
Wow. Maybe having the boss looking at her did let her fire.
I don't think she noticed, but
good position.
She just got off so confident, you know.
Great finish for Carolina Gallardo.
Great action from that young lady. Every time it's just amazing stuff, good work from all aspects of the fight game. She didn't go to the ground except for that point.
Everything she did well. All of her skills on display tonight as Carolina Gallardo gets the TKO. We'll make it official when we come back to Combate Global.
El referee pone un alto a este combate después de una seguidilla de golpes en el suelo sin respuesta. 2 minutes and 29 seconds of the third round, the referee puts a stop to this bout after a ground and pound that had no response. Para la ganadora por nocaut técnico, for the winner by TKO de Santiago de Chile, Caroline Gallardo.
There are highlight reels and then there are highlight fights. This looked like a highlight fight for Carolina Gallardo. Everything went her way. Technical, aggressive, finished it on the ground, showed her entire arsenal. Hard to find a flaw tonight.
Superb. Let's just take a look at the action right here, right on the ground. Hooks right there, not attempting Cova to get out of this position whatsoever. And she knew she had that victory, right? She just had that right opportunity. Look at the way she gets up. I'm going to get a close-up in just a few. But just exceptional shots right there. There was no way that Sarah was just going to get out of this right here. But look at that shot right there. Doesn't that tell you confidence, Jimmy?
And you know what it says? She had this fight in the bag, Rodolfo. Didn't need to turn it up and get the finish. That's in her, and that says something.
She is a finisher. She is a top dog. No doubt in my mind in the rankings. She's up there. She's the queen.
If you are a 115-pound fighter in Combate Global, watch out. And the numbers tell the tale. 153 punches, 48 kicks, a total of 201 accuracy, over 90%, 91%, 2 takedowns. Efficient with everything she did. Carolina Gallardo, of course, kicking it off the right way, but more action to continue on Combate Global. Stay with us. We'll be right back. There's a beautiful skyline of Miami. Summer is starting. It's going to be red hot, man. We're going to be hanging out by the pool, Rodolfo.
Yes,
come on,
and hopefully the heat are red hot too after they.
Shh, let it go. As a Lakers fan, I've let it go. You can let it go.
They showed the arena
Suffer
there,
with
man.
me. Suffer with me.
I had to say it.
I know.
So they're showing me the shot, Jimmy.
We're moving on. We're moving on.
Butler, wake
Jordan
up.
Beltran versus Javier Reyes. Both guys coming in with fire tonight. Omar Amador, get us started.
Entrando a la jaula, Jordan Beltran.
And there's Jordan Beltran. Runs his own academy called Strikers in Puebla, Mexico. Started training about 16 years ago. He says, you know, I'm an all-around fighter. Don't let the flag fool you. I've got a great guillotine. He practices luta libre, which is, you know, a little bit of rival of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I'm not holding that against him. Stop looking at me like that. I'm not holding it against him. He's a luta libre guy. I can be a professional.
A little more fierce.
Right? More leg locks.
Yeah.
Dirtier.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I'm not gonna lower myself to, you know, have the rivalry. But I'm just saying,
Not
luta
as
libre,
pretty.
a very respected submission style.
Yes. And you know, one thing sets out about Beltran, I like watching this guy. Father, you know, we're about to celebrate Father's Day next month, but last time we saw him against Tino Gellerant, that man had evolved as a wrestler, so he took that to note. He took himself to Brazil to train a lot hard on his jiu-jitsu game. He came in here, got that victory by way of rear naked choke. Today he's different. He's fighting a different fighter in Javier Reyes, a man who has evolved overall. And I'll get into details what he's done right now. He's training with the Lions Alpha team, training with Lupe Perez, who is an exceptional wrestler.
And let's bring in his opponent, Javier Reyes, who's all about the heavy metal.
Y ahora su oponente, Javier Reyes.
I want to throw in right now a little. You know it well. You know it well. Also, Rodolfo, another thing you know very well is metal. Well,
yes.
This man is a guitarist for a band called Evil Maniac. You know them? Evil Maniacs? You
No, he let me sample here a couple of songs, a little bit. But you know what's funny? When you think about Colombia, right? That's where he's from. Juanes, right? Top record selling. He was in a metal band before he became what he is today. People don't know that. But
I love Sepultura. Don't get me started. All right, don't get me started. Go ahead.
But Reyes,
I know my Latin American metal, bro.
What stands out about Reyes is he has evolved as a fighter. The last time we saw him was against Froggy Estrada. He won by unanimous decision. But before that, he took on Luis Gomez, who is great on the ground as a wrestler, top-notch wrestler, Cuban. And he brought it to him. He made it look so easy, so awesome. And what he wanted to prove in that fight was that I can do my entire camp in Colombia and show that we need all the tools that we have. This fight, though, a little different. He decided to go back to Arizona to train with the folks out there to evolve. He's been in the camp for a very long time. He's been away from his family, from his children. So listen, he wants to get this done really quickly and go back home to his kids.
That builds up the rage. When you're away from your family, see Jordan Beltran, 4 years older. That's about the only difference. Omar, kick it off.
Ya estamos listos para este evento. Este compromiso pautado a 3 asaltos de 5 minutos en la división de peso pluma. We are ready for these bouts at the 3 rounds of 5 minutes in the featherweight division. Los jueces son, the judges are Richard Green Sr., Richard Green Jr. y John Rupert. Y ahora el momento ha llegado para un combate global. Presentando en la esquina azul, now introducing out of the blue corner, entra con un récord oficial de 13 victorias, 9 derrotas. He steps in with a professional record of 13 victories and 9 losses. Weighing at 145.4 pounds, registró un peso oficial de 145.4 libras. Vistiendo de negro, es de Puebla, México, Jordan Beltran. Y ahora presentando en la esquina roja, now introducing out of the red corner, entra con un récord oficial de 15 victorias, 3 derrotas. He walked in with a professional record of 15 victories and 3 losses. Weighing at 144.4 pounds. Registró un peso oficial de 144.4 libras. Vistiendo de rojo y los colores de su país. De Bogotá, Colombia, Javier, el Robin Hood colombiano, Reyes. El referee para este encuentro, el internacional Raúl Porrata.
And it's going to be a banger. Javier Reyes in the red. And his opponent, Jordan Beltran, in the black. Round number 1, we are underway at 145 pounds.
Don't blink with this one, Jimmy. Both these guys just love to bring it. And already Reyes, man, just Tell them out for this one.
It might be the hair, but I was thinking he's a wild man. I thought he was a little bit crazy. Going with a flying knee, 15-3 as a pro is Reyes.
And Beltran,
13-9. He's experienced as well.
He's just a heavy striker, and again, he's been evolving over times. Last time around, went to Brazil to train that ground game. Now training with the Lions Alpha team, which is crazy, right? Beltran at one point was scheduled to fight Lupe Perez, who's cornering him today. Now they're like, well, let's forget the past.
It's the nature of the business, man. That's why it's called prize fighting. I'm fighting for money. You can be friends afterward. Right now, Beltran trying to put the physical pressure on Reyes. I think he's trying to take away some of that explosiveness, right? That quick start of Reyes that we both know he brings.
And he's doing a good job at that. Reyes, though, did train at the Ultimate Combat Fitness for this time around instead of doing his entire camp in Colombia. But he is very fast with his hands. The wrestling is top-notch. But good way of Beltran stopping all of that and putting an end to the party for Reyes.
And the question is, how much energy is Beltran using on this single leg position? Committing his hips really for the first time. Now turning it to a double leg and getting the takedown, but can he keep it? Reyes looking to bounce right back up to his feet.
Yeah, Reyes is on a five fight win streak. Last one coming off of Estrada back in September. There was some bad blood between those two, but now they pieced it out. And Jordan wants to keep on that winning column, that victory that he had against Tino Gillerans back in November by rear naked choke.
And Beltran finally backing off. Runs into a jab on the way in. Reyes certainly the more explosive of the two, but hands very, very low, relying on that speed. See the punches coming.
Like a Beltran, though, just playing around a bit, very confident.
But as he's walking in, not a lot of head movement. It's been an easy counter-punching target. Now going guillotine.
Yeah,
Beltran going for it.
This will be a major upset if Beltran were to get this win, Jimmy. Huge upset.
Going with the hips, tight with the guard. Can he get the finishing round? Just give the referee the thumbs up. Pretty embarrassing to give the thumbs up and then have to tap.
Yeah.
He's right now holding on.
Man, he's extending it.
That's putting everything into this with his hips.
He has it locked in. Reyes giving the thumbs up for the second time, Jimmy.
Trying to bury that chin, now trying to get over the guard.
The thing is, how long can he hold on to that?
Now the question is, how much air does he have down there? Trying to tuck his chin. Doesn't look like the arm's all the way under the chin. The problem is, if you're Beltran, this is costing a lot of energy to go for this guillotine.
A lot. Yep.
Reyes pulls his head out. Beltran is going to be weary.
Ow. Those elbows, they were coming in with a lot of fury.
Beltran right now relying on his closed guard. High underneath the armpits. That's an attacker's guard. Right now, Reyes getting back with some ground and pound.
Plenty of time here for Reyes to get something and finish it up real early.
Problem with the guillotine, if you don't get it, it burns out your arms, burns out your shoulders, forearms are throbbing.
Look at that left arm of his, Jim. Not a amount of action, it's more the right hand is doing the movement.
Now Reyes
landing those shots.
Breaking the guard. And now Beltran rolling for the leg lock position, trying to get knee bar, but his knee's on the wrong side. Good job by Reyes getting out. 1 minute left, and Reyes trying to finish this fight.
Beltran just fighting. They'll hopefully make it to the next round.
In half guard, in arm triangle trouble.
Deep trouble.
Move to full mount.
Deep trouble here, Jimmy.
Yep, now taking the back.
Reyes gonna have a field there. Rear naked choke. Absolutely beautifully executed. He may be out.
That's it. Woo. Rear naked choke win.
Wow.
Javier Reyes.
Wow. Wow.
Got out of the guillotine and then ground and pound rear naked choke finish. Made Beltran pay for putting too much into one submission.
Made it look pretty.
A 4 minutos 24 segundos del primer asalto, un mataleón le pone fin a este combate. At 4 minutes and 24 seconds of much more action of the first round. A rear naked choke gives an end to this fight. Para el ganador por sumisión, for the winner by submission, de Bogotá, Colombia, Javier, el Robin Hood colombiano, Reyes.
Family is motivation for this man.
He told me, I've been here in Arizona for a long time. I left my country. I haven't seen my child in some time. That's it. He told you right there with that picture and on that flag there, mucha más acción. What Combate Global is all about. Beautifully executed rear naked choke. At one point, Beltran had me fooled for a minute. I felt like, man, he might have this. He came out very confident, but Reyes was just very patient, not fizzled by what Beltran was all about, and put him right here in that rear naked choke. Greatly executed by the Colombian once again. Is it 6 victories in a row?
It's not the hands, it's the hips that give you the rear naked. Reyes with those long legs, beautiful hips, great extension. Jordan Beltran never able to get his base back. Great stuff from the fighter from Colombia. Look at the stats. Not about the punches, not about the kicks. It was about the submissions, and Javier Reyes had those in spades tonight. Great job by the Colombian fighter. We got more action coming. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Combate Global. Let's get it on. This time in the welterweight division, 170 pounds, Tyler Escoto, Daniel Sanchez. Welterweights on tap. Let's get them started.
Entrando a la jaula, Tyler Escoto.
Tyler Escoto, last time out, fought for Cage Warriors. Big promotion, of course, in England. Won that one by split decision. Wrestler in high school, wrestler in college. And, like a lot of wrestlers, he said, I want to keep competing. I want to stay healthy. I'm going to make the transition to MMA. So far with a lot of success.
Yeah, and I have some similarities with this young man. I'll tell you why. He started to catch up here in MMA thanks to his father, Papa Lee. They will watch it together, and that kind of fed the itch to go ahead and train in wrestling, and then further on into college, and then converting into a mixed martial artist in general. And it's always a nice story to look back at how you got started or were first notified about the sport.
Also, you guys have a similar physique, man.
Do you think so?
Bro? Yeah, a little similar, man. You got
thanks for noticing, Jimmy.
Throwing it out there. People don't know about you, Rodolfo. As he makes his walk, Weapon X, Tyler Escoto. Amateur record 6-1. Been training since 2017. He's ready to go in La Jaula.
And aside from MMA, he likes to street skate. Pretty cool stuff.
And Omar Amador will get us started. Let's go.
Y ahora su oponente entrando a la jaula, Daniel Sanchez.
There's his opponent, proudly wearing the Mexican flag, Daniel Sanchez. Purple belt in jiu-jitsu, works as an MMA trainer himself. Not an easy thing to do, 31 years old, trying to make his mark. It's never easy teaching and competing at the same time. Different skill set.
It's a different skill set, but at the same time, Jimmy, when you train someone, you coach someone, you yourself end up learning from your students, which is a plus. The last time we saw this man compete was back in 2022, October to be exact, against Gallardo. And he said, look, prior to that, I took on Angel Alvarez. It was actually one of the main fights of that fight card. So you look back in retrospect, fix some of the holes. And again, going back to being a coach training, you can learn from one of those mistakes that you could correct. And he is a decorated wrestler, looking forward to get bouncing back here with another win on his record and trying to get back in the main card.
And 4-2 as a pro, much more experience than his opponent at 1-1. Can he make that experience count tonight? That's the question. Will the veteran have the tricks for the newcomer in La Jaula? Take a look at the head-to-head. You see Daniel Sanchez, 6 years older. Also, a bit of a height advantage over Tyler Escoto. Reach about the same, but age, height, those are the big differences when I look at the numbers. Omar, get us started.
Damas y caballeros, ya estamos listos para este combate. Pautado a 3 asaltos de 5 minutos en la división peso welter. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for this bout at the 3 rounds of 5 minutes in the welterweight division. Los jueces son, the judges are Richard Green Sr., Richard Green Jr. y John Rupert. Y ahora sí, el momento ha llegado para un combate global. Presentando en la esquina azul, introducing out of the blue corner. Entra con un récord de 1 victoria y 1 derrota. He steps in with a record of 1 victory and 1 loss. Registró 170.6 libras en la báscula. He weighed in at 170.6 pounds at the weigh-in. Vistiendo de blanco, es de San Diego, California, representando El Salvador, Tyler Weapon X Escoto. Y ahora presentando en la esquina roja, now introducing out of the red corner. Entra con un récord profesional de 4 victorias, 2 derrotas. He steps in with a professional record of 4 victories and 2 losses. Registró 169.4 en la báscula. He weighed in at 169.4 pounds. Es de México, Daniel Sanchez. Let's go. El referee para este encuentro, el internacional Raúl Porrata.
Obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times. So dejen mis órdenes y protegen en todo momento. Go back to your corner. Vayan sobre a su esquina y esperen a mí. Thank you.
Tyler Escoto in the white, Daniel Sanchez in the black. 170 pounds. We are underway in the welterweight division.
Sanchez coming in, he has that background as a decorated wrestler, trained in Olympic wrestling, sambo, boxing, and jiu-jitsu. And as far as Escoto, Weapon X kind of reminds me of DMX for some reason. Jamie, I don't know why, but
getting aggressive with the strikes early takedown, looking single leg, but got himself in trouble. Escoto, a purple belt under Andre Gallardo. Rolled through a knee bar. It is tight. Quick knee bar finish for Daniel Sanchez.
Wow, good way of adjusting for Sanchez.
A 28 segundos del primer asalto de mucha más acción. 28 seconds in the first round of much more action. The bout comes to an end. La pelea termina por sumisión. The fight ends by submission with a knee bar. Para el ganador, por sumisión, Daniel Sanchez.
Not going to get a whole lot quicker, a whole lot cleaner than that. A beautiful knee bar finish for Daniel Sanchez. You talked about him, being an instructor and wanting to make his mark here in La Jaula. That's how you do it.
That is exactly how right now his students are smiling and they're confident they have a good trainer. His 2nd win in a row. Last one was back in October of last year against Gallardo Basuldea. Won by decision, but this one here by beautifully executed submission. A knee bar, very quick, in and out smooth, Jimmy.
Welcome back inside Univision Studios. Jimmy Smith alongside Rodolfo Roman. There is nothing like it in combat sports, is there, Rodolfo? The title fight. Everything on the line. Who is number 1? Tonight, it's who is number 1 at 135.
There's nothing when the strap is on the line. It just makes it so much grandeur, right? Just amazing stuff. Looking forward to the 5-rounder. Man, looking forward to David Martinez putting that strap on the line for his 2nd time defending it.
And if you haven't seen him, check him out. He is explosive.
The Black Spartan.
Take the fight. He is the
This is at 135, the bantamweight division. Rodolfo is known for versatility. They can do everything, and not just that, they do everything with power, everything with movement. David Martinez, very much about that mold.
You know, this is just fitting right now for Gen Z who loves to have their videos real quick because they're so fast.
Kids these days, right?
We're aging ourselves, aren't we?
Oh my God, so bad.
But David Martinez is that type of fighter. He's so quick and he packs a punch. And that's what he's going to be able to do here against Zarauz if the opportunity is there. Now, he was challenged last time around against Osuna when he got kicked in the head in the third round. But it showed that through adversity, he can overcome and pick up the victory. But don't count Zarauz out, Jimmy. This is a guy who's destined to put a strap on his waist and represent his country of Peru. How sweet it would be if he would return to Lima with gold on his waist.
And also the experience advantage. Jose Zarauz is coming tonight into his 34th professional fight. David Martinez, only fight number 11. Look, you see the highlight, you see the speed, the explosiveness, the accuracy, but the experience advantage is with Zarauz.
And he's seen it all, right?
Yeah.
From the worst of the worst to the best of the best. He's competed with some veterans in there. Just like Martinez was part of a tournament, so was Zarauz. So he has that experience. He has the potential to maybe becoming the champion here tonight against Martinez, and it would be a major upset, despite the fact that you look at the numbers there, the Zarauz with the fights that he's had.
Another thing about David Martinez is, you know, heavy lies the crown. You hear that all the time, that certain people become a champion or they become number one, and it starts getting in here. It starts becoming a burden. Not David Martinez. He may be lying to us, but he talks about the energy being champion gives him. It gives him something to fight for, staying number one in La Jaula.
Well, this man is a doctor, okay? And aside from being a professional mixed martial artist, he's a doctor. And being a doctor in the medical field, you have a lot in your hands. You have a life in your hands. So carrying on that into now being an MMA fighter as a champion, you take your fight by fight. You don't get complacent, and he's that type of man.
And you look there, Zarauz, of course, a big physical 135-pounder. When you study for his fight, the one thing you look at is, man, he's a big bantamweight. He's able to, if he's able to slow a fight down and put pressure on David Martinez, make it a long fight, a difficult fight, a 5-round fight. That's his key to victory.
Yeah, if this goes the distance, Zarauz could have the advantage, because how many times have we seen those men or women that have that background as a grappler or wrestling, and they'll go ahead and be there all day long. Now, it might have to be left to the judges, and you never want to do that, but that could be the difference in this fight.
And you can feel the tension, you can feel the energy. Zarauz and Martinez, when they talked about one another and how this fight would finish, they didn't make any predictions. They talked about how tough their opponent was, how difficult it's going to be to walk out champion, how important it is to them to be number one in Combate Global. It is on the line. When we come back, we'll have a champion at 135. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Combate Global. The Gladiators are in La Jaula. That's right, Jose Zarauz and David Martinez. Someone will walk out bantamweight champion. Someone else.
Incas versus the Aztecs,
That's
Jimmy.
right. That's the one thing we didn't touch. Mexico versus Peru. National pride on the line tonight.
Ooh, how sweet it would be. And I know that Mexico right now has been doing a great job picking up straps. Let's see if they keep it, and maybe the Peruvians might pick one up here tonight. But it's on the line for Zarauz to take that back to Lima.
And a 5-round fight. It's about who has gas, who has pacing, who can control the fight. Do you think we'll know how this fight goes in the first couple rounds, or you see this one being a late one?
You know, I think it's going to change towards the latter part of the fight. You know, midway, maybe third, maybe to the end of the second round to see where it goes. Both these guys, again, when they were asked, what is your prediction? How do you visualize it? They couldn't give you a response. That's how much respect they have for each other and how much they know about each other, that anyone here is at stake and anyone can win.
And 6 years separate Zarauz and Martinez. Reaches the same height. The advantage going to Zarauz. Let's go to La Jaula. Omar, get it started.
Damas y caballeros, ya estamos listos para el evento estelar de esta noche. Un compromiso pautado a 5 asaltos de 5 minutos por el Campeonato Mundial Peso Gallo de Combate Global. We are ready, ladies and gentlemen, for the main event of the evening. This is this bout set to 5 rounds of 5 minutes for the Bantamweight World Championship belt of Combate Global. Los jueces son, the judges are Mark Streisand, Richard Green Sr. y Richard Green Jr. Y ha llegado el momento para un combate global. Presentando en la esquina azul, introducing out of the blue corner, entra con un récord oficial de 23 victorias, 9 derrotas y un empate. He steps in with a professional record of 23 victories, 9 losses and 1 draw. Weighed in at 134.4 pounds. Registró un peso oficial de 134.4 libras, vistiendo de blanco. Este New Jersey, vía Lima, Perú, José the Mercenary Zarauz. Y ahora presentando en la esquina roja, now introducing out of the red corner, entra con un récord profesional de 9 victorias y 1 derrota. He steps in with a professional record of 9 victories and 1 loss. He weighed in at a lean and mean 133.6 pounds. Registró un peso oficial de 133.6 libras. He is the reigning and defending Bantamweight Champion of the world, de Coyoacán, México, David the Black Spartan Martinez. El referee para este encuentro, el gran Christopher Minioki.
Times and obey my commands. Cuídate todo el tiempo y escúchame todo el tiempo. Si quiere tocar sus guantes, toca. Buena suerte a los dos.
We are ready to get it started right there as David Martinez, the champion at 135, the challenger in front of you in the white, Jose Zarauz, who will walk out champion of Combate Global. We are underway.
Right from the start, you see the height difference there, Jimmy, between Zarauz and David. But Martinez again banking, Cinco de Mayweather. David Martinez has, I don't know, what can we come up with here? The May of the Spartan, Black, I don't know.
We'll think of something.
We'll think of something,
Don't put me on the spot. We'll think of something later about late May. Fantastic in May, to your point. There's a lot of confidence right now. Look at the speed of David Martinez. Talk about the height advantage of Jose Zarauz.
What I've noticed here, Martinez, very calm, patient, right? He's not striking real quick. Zarauz, also calm. Martinez does have those good calf kicks that could really break down a wrestler or a grappler.
This is what he's known for, Martinez, that lateral movement, side to side. Rarely comes forward when he's not attacking. He makes you come forward, and he cuts the angle and blitzes on the side you're not ready for.
It's that quick switch of stance that he does. And as a fighter, you know how tough it is if you're a righty, you fight the lefty. But to adjust in the middle of a fight, it just throws you off.
And right now, it's Jose Zarauz having trouble adjusting to the explosive power of David Martinez.
Yeah, Martinez is just not
easy sprawl.
Yeah, he's not leaving any openings there.
Now Zarauz having to shoot from way outside. Good. Now this is kind of where Zarauz wants to fight, right? Clinch positions, use that height advantage.
Positioning towards the howler, maybe to then switch levels and bring him down.
Anything to slow Martinez down.
That's the key. But he's so quick on his feet. He almost has like that taekwondo-ish type of stance, jumping up and down.
Float like
modified,
a butterfly.
Though, modified.
Yeah, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see. That's Martinez's style. I'm never in front of my opponent long enough for him to get a beat on me.
And he has that gas tank, so great straight right hand.
Good pop on it, good timing. Zarauz right now trying to take the jaula away from Martinez.
And there it is. That's where Zarauz right here needs to capitalize.
Bigger, fight bigger. That's what he's trying to do, is put his weight on top of Martinez, make him carry him, use that bigger frame.
And unlike his last opponent, Zarauz the taller.
Well, good bigger. Doubling.
Yeah, and there it is.
Excellent timing on that attack.
Let's see what Zarauz could do here with that grappling.
Martinez doing the right thing, trying to work the hands, right. Stand-up escape.
Trying to lean his body towards La Jaula to use that body weight towards him, making it difficult for Zarauz.
Always extra support.
Look at Zarauz is wrapping that right leg, crushing down and bringing down Martinez, slowing him. This right here is going to slow him down big time.
Now draw the energy out of the quicker fighter. Don't try to keep up. Make them go, slower. Make them slow down a bit.
Good strategy so far from Zarauz.
Minute and a half left in round number 1. Martinez, you can see the speed advantage. Angling, getting in and out so quickly.
Don't want to do that.
Nice job catching the foot. Now doesn't want to go to the ground with Zarauz.
He does not.
Yeah, content to let it go back to the feet. No attempt at the ground and pound. Respect for the jiu-jitsu purple belt.
Man, I got to tell you, Jimmy, this goes the distance. And if it plays out this way, it's going to be a fun one.
Oh, nice right hook. Bit of a check hook, catching Zarauz coming in. But Zarauz is where he wants to be, body lock position. Coming up on 30 seconds left in round number 1. Martinez, though, good job reversing position, showing he's not going to get bullied here.
But it must be frustrating for Martinez because he's so used to being, on that quick feet movement, in and out.
How to deal with frustration, my friend. You want to be a mixed martial artist. Martinez back to where he wants to be. Talk about the calf kick. There's one.
And that's how you slow down a wrestler.
Short right hand to punctuate that exchange. And an action-packed round number 1. Tactical, technical, both guys showing what they want to do. They tip their cards a bit in round number 1.
Good textbook strategy on both ends, right? But Zarauz, when you look at on paper, he's doing what he needs to do. And it's going to favor as the fight goes into the latter parts of those championship rounds. Look at it right here. Try to grab that left leg of Zarauz, didn't go anywhere. Let's see if I can tune in here to see what they're saying. All right, so calculate or measure with your jab and kick the legs.
And low kicks so far favoring David Martinez, but Zarauz might want to go there. Slow down the faster fighter, the one that wants to move. Kick those legs out from under, make it painful, right?
Slow him down.
On your left is the champion, David Martinez. On your right is the challenger, Jose Zarauz. We are in round number 2. Scheduled for 5 rounds, 5 minutes apiece. First championship fight of the year for Combate Global.
Shout out to Zarauz for that Super Mario Brother tattoo in the chest.
Well, when he gets tired, he just touches it. And he gets another life back, right? I know what it's there for.
He got Yoshi, too. I didn't need that. I didn't that one, dude. Yeah.
Old school, man. That's how we kick it, all right? I know you're a little young. You don't know who that is. That's the Mario Brothers thing.
Of course.
Kids these days, you don't even know, dude. Anyway, David Martinez, where he wants to be in the center of La Jaula. We can use that movement. And the takedown that was successful was good timing. He was able to catch Martinez coming in. I think he realized he's not going to chase Martinez down. He has to kind of time him to get the double leg.
Martinez was making it a little difficult for him in the beginning of that first, but then Zarauz just really timed it well.
And one thing about Martinez's style is this style takes a lot of energy. Let's be honest,
about to say, that's why
moving,
as we go into the third or fourth
counter to the takedown. Down goes Zarauz. Dominic Cruz, arguably the greatest 135-pounder of all time, it was constant movement. The guy had an endless gas tank. He could just do that for 10 5-minute rounds.
But it takes a lot. It really does.
Yeah.
Good heavy shots here from Martinez and come with a lot of power.
And right now, it is split in the eyes of the judges. David Martinez taking the round on 2 judges' scorecards. One gave it to Zarauz. I think I would have given it to Martinez, which is where the majority went on that one. But, you know, to his point, Zarauz did have his moments in round 1.
That takedown made a difference. He had a lot of control. And if you look at the right side of Martinez, you can tell Zarauz is landing in with some shots to the face, to the head target. Little red dot there.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yep. So he's done his damage to the champ.
Zarauz with the range advantage, a little bit taller as well.
Right, and I think that is what Martinez is trying to adjust, that height, that reach. Because if you look back at his previous fights, he's more stationed. He's not moving around as much. Not switching a lot in the stances.
He's also fighting a big guy. He may respect that power, not want to come in lazy. He wants to make sure everything's set up. The door is open. And he goes in to land his shots.
He's not tiptoeing a lot, not angling much. Training out of the bone breakers. Started training with, I think before he walked, he learned how to kick, Jimmy.
Nice jab on the way in from Zarauz, able to catch Martinez. Trying to time him coming in with the takedown. But look at the level drop of Martinez, so good. Not allowing Zarauz to get in on the hips, get the takedown.
Yeah, he's stopping him. Derailing him from going in for any takedowns. Good work there at the calf kick.
See Martinez, although, you know, I have him ahead in this round so far. It's starting to slow down just a little bit. Starting to show a little bit of fatigue.
Yep.
Oh, good right hand, but also Zarauz changing levels at exactly the same time, so I don't know how much of that punch connected. Martinez, so far in the clinch positions, though, hasn't been bullied. It's not as though body lock positions he's been overpowered.
Yeah, and he gets out of it, done what he needs to do. But that speed, that rapidness, we're not seeing it from him.
Yeah. One minute left in round number 2. A round that has been mostly controlled by the champ, David Martinez, but Zarauz showing he's still in this fight.
And
trying to catch Martinez coming in.
One thing that Martinez has real good with the feints, but Zarauz is not falling for it at all. Yeah, the corner from Zarauz said, go, go, go.
Man, I want him pushing forward.
Pushing the pace.
So far, though, it looks like he's willing to count. He's kind of waiting for Martinez to come in. Martinez, you know, to your point, has been just less aggressive in this fight. He's been more cerebral, a little more tactical, and maybe Zarauz not ready for that kind of fight.
Now, I wouldn't doubt, though, it's a strategy if Zarauz just, hey, let him wind down. We'll pick him apart in the 4th and the 5th.
Oh, we are just about finished with round number 2. Another round for David Martinez.
Contemplating it, you could tell.
Number 1 rule in MMA, a big one that I try to teach is never set a pace you can't keep. I don't want to see 100 punches in round number 1 and 40 in round number 2. You gotta keep that pace going, whatever it is.
I'm going to see if I can chime in real quick. All right, how was that round? He said real good. All right, kicks. Work the kicks. Hit the right or with the left leg? We're just getting started.
That leg kick, a big arsenal.
And I haven't seen much of it.
I was about to say,
I haven't seen much of it.
Yeah.
And he's known for that.
Yeah, so, you know, good coaching. Hey, man, pick up that leg kick a little bit more on the outside. Your champion, David Martinez, on the left. The challenger, Jose Zarauz, on the right. It is Mexico on the left, Peru on the right as well. As you said, Incas versus Aztecs.
Let's see if we see some of that leg kick action from Martinez. There it is.
And immediately listening to his coach. Zarauz now trying to take advantage, pressing the action a little bit.
Zarauz just got to check him and use that jab to keep him at bay. Set that space so he can set up a takedown.
Zarauz a bit busier. I think he knows he may be down 2 rounds. Doesn't want to be down 3. You don't want to make a decision, an impossibility at this point. Too many fighters, they start late, they win the championship rounds. Well, guess what? You want to lose the first 3 rounds.
The first 3, you're not going to win anything.
Oh, he got left hand right to the chin.
Now Martinez feeling
Martinez,
it.
Yep.
He knew he had to pick up the pace, Jimmy. That little combo he had with his corner just woke him up.
Nice double leg driving through.
Now let's see how long he could take.
Get them down
this,
for
yeah.
maybe a 1/10 of a second. Great balance from Martinez.
Yeah, it's clearly stated that those 2 rounds, as Zarauz was taking him down, kind of drained down Martinez. So if he sticks to that game plan.
And all 3 judges gave the last round to David Martinez. He's at 2 rounds to none on 2 judges' scorecards, and then tied on the other. So far things going the way of David Martinez. Zarauz, to that point, can't afford to lose this 3rd round.
He can't. He needs to do something, and he needs to do it fast.
Do not want to see your title hopes slip away because you started too late.
But shows how much respect that Martinez has for Zarauz.
Yeah.
He's not wasting any shots. He's not doing anything wild or crazy. He's cautioned with the striking.
Yeah, he's been the game planner. He's been the scientist in this championship fight so far. His trademark movement side to side, it has slowed down since round number 1. Zarauz came out aggressively in this round number 3, but
love that left
Martinez
hook,
finding the left hook and the right hand on top of it.
Love it, how he set it up. Zarauz there, a little bleeding come from that left
eye. Oh, it's right underneath the eyelid.
Ooh, that's that kick. There they're coming.
Just letting Zarauz know it's in my back pocket.
It's coming out.
Keep your hands up. Zarauz, that aggression at the start of the round, we haven't seen it. As Martinez has turned it up, trying to pick Zarauz apart.
Now he's doing it, Jimmy.
Look at the stats. Yeah, Martinez ahead in punches, a little behind in kicks, but much more accurate than Zarauz as well.
Yeah, Zarauz, that's exactly what he doesn't want to get in a scrap with Martinez. He might not come out on top.
And so far, this is multiple times he's been in this position and not really wanting to go to the ground. He was on top.
Right, this time around, though, he's calling him in. Chris McNulty's telling him to step up. And notice how Martinez now squatting down. He's standing up with the stance.
Yep. He's giving Zarauz different looks. Be prepared for a lot of different stances. And Zarauz right now, look, this is the eyes of a man who is waiting. Maybe Martinez with this aggression will give me something, but not able so far to press the action on his own.
Yeah, this 3rd round here from Martinez is showing that championship material. Oh,
nice left hand.
But now Zarauz just kind of winding down here.
Counter left hand by Zarauz did not find the mark.
Oh, great kick there.
Easy takedown.
Easily executed.
Starting to look like target practice for David Martinez. Zarauz had a height advantage. He's a big target. He's taking full advantage.
And what he's doing, he's picking him apart little by little. Piece by piece. Love those feints from Martinez, man. He's so good at it.
And And so far, Zarauz has been biting. Doesn't know when the attack is coming. 10 seconds left in round number 3. David Martinez once again in control as we head into the championship rounds here at Combate Global.
He called them out. That whole little Rashad and John Jones, remember that one?
Little who's your daddy in there, just a little bit of it.
They just asked him, where are we at? He goes, you have 3 rounds. Let me hear what's that. It was corner. Let's go back to Martinez's corner.
Sí. Mejor, mucho mejor.
All right, a lot better in this round.
Seguro, más fuerte, más firme.
A lot sure, stronger.
La calf, él va a querer contragolpear.
Okay, if you hit the calves, he's going to counter punch.
León, te estás psicoseando. Yo no voy a cortar la pelea. Yo no voy a parar la pelea.
I'm not going to stop the fight.
¿Qué te pasa?
What is wrong with you? Knock him out.
Okay?
Okay, I couldn't hear, but I think that Zarauz told them something about stopping the fight. And his coach told him, I'm not going to stop the fight. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, it looks like maybe some
He injured his eye? Could it be that eye?
Yeah, I've seen much worse.
Right.
Doesn't look that bad.
Something is wrong. Maybe he broke something. We don't know. But clearly, his coach said, what the heck is wrong with you?
I don't see anything right now as an observer that would make me want to stop the fight. Looks okay, standing up. Looks like you can see out of his left eye.
Did he get his eye poked? Because it's red? I mean, it could be many things, right? But
yeah, it could be a lot of things, but I got to tell you, I've seen much worse.
Yes, we have.
Into round number 4.
I've never, in a championship fight, Jimmy, right, and I'm the competitor, I'm the opponent, and telling my coach to stop the fight.
I've seen it. Right, I have called championship fights where somebody won it out and they were kind of talked back into it. But those were
right. You're clearly
right?
right.
But beatings where I went.
This is not a whooping.
Yeah.
I wish I could have heard a little more.
I called, Pennington Nunez, and she said, I want to fight. She was getting handled in there. Yeah, I get why she wanted out. But this is not, I mean,
he's not out, clearly.
No, Martinez is winning, certainly, but
I couldn't quite hear what he said, the reasoning behind it. But boy.
You need you want to be a champion, you have to have a champion's mentality. And it could be Zarauz is just
and now as a coach, as a coach, do you want to coach him anymore after this guy just told you stop the fight?
It's not a good place to be in a championship fight. And right now, Martinez feeling very confident. Look at those low kicks.
Yeah, and he's eating him alive with those calf kicks. That was going to be the secret to success. Oh,
so
man.
quick. They're very difficult to check. And if you do, it still hurts.
Right. Because it's all about time, you got to time him so right. And you can't really check them like Muay Thai style because you're going to get... So you have to be able to move that foot real back to the back real fast.
And the problem is when you do that, you're allowing your opponent to control the range.
Correct. 27-30
on 2 judges' scorecards, 29-28 on the other one, all for David Martinez. He is controlling this fight for sure. Zarauz has to find a way in round number 4.
Oh, that's a spinning back kick. He teleported to another dimension, Jimmy.
I'm trying to showboat a little bit.
There it is.
The look away.
That's it. Zarauz is just not in it anymore.
He
nice
felt that one. Kick as well.
He's working for that.
So the question is, Rodolfo, at this point, you're Martinez. If you're his coach, you go, all right, keep it up, we're going to be champion, or do you go, hey, turn it up and get this guy out of here? What's your philosophy about that?
Finish
Depends
it off.
on your guy?
Yeah. You got to have confidence in your fighter.
Yeah, very true. Look at this. One-sided numbers. Total strikes 77 for Martinez of 92. 44 of 61 for Zarauz. One takedown apiece.
And right now, the confidence, he's oozing confidence. He's having fun in there. Look at that, switch the stance, playing around.
Sparring day.
Yeah.
Sparring day. I got to go with somebody I can beat up. You remember those days? It's been a long time. I remember that.
I still know those days, Jimmy. I still go at it.
I know it in jiu-jitsu. I'm not standing with anybody anymore.
I mean, next day I'm like, yeah, we're not sparring today.
I'm paying for it next day. Recovery's not the same with young kids.
No.
Martinez, look at the speed. His ability to shift out of danger. You know, he was slower in round 2 than he is in round 4.
Yeah.
He's kind of come back and gotten a big burst of energy in round 4. Tends to happen that way when everything is going right.
Oh, right? Great overhand. Yeah, it's that little pep talk. He just switched the gears, more calf kicks. You know, eventually what's going to happen is if he keep going, Zarauz is going to limp. And, and he's just going to rock him off his wheels.
Get your opponent thinking low, go have the feints you were talking about. He is biting.
Look at that right there. Look at that left leg. It looks like Popeye's forearm, Jimmy.
Yep, nasty.
Look at it right there.
But also, you talked about the feints of Martinez. Zarauz is biting on every feint.
Everything.
Overreacting to every feint.
And it's so hard. You know, when you have a fighter that's good at it, it's so hard to not fall for it.
Flipping right hand.
He said no. All right.
You can say no, but you have to come up with your own offense to want to be champion.
Oh, Jimmy! Knockout in round number 4! Man.
And still, David Martinez. Wheel kick to the head. Man. What are we talking about? Do you want to win? Do you want to get this guy out of here?
Win it in fashion, baby.
I want to get this guy out of here. Zarauz protesting, but that was a fight-stopping shot.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. I want to see this stuff.
Wow.
Why would he be protesting? Beautifully executed here.
Low,
bam, right there. Yeah, I mean, we can't see his eyeballs, but I'm sure they were rolling right there.
Face down,
right to the temple.
To break his fall.
No, right to the temple. Bing, right there. Ooh.
Rule of thumb, ladies and gentlemen, if you hit the ground and you don't break your fall, referee's going to stop it. Hands don't go out, nothing.
Yeah, but that back foot just hit right in the temple, Jimmy. You get hit there, you're gone, baby.
David Martinez just made a highlight reel at the expense of Jose Zarauz. Omar Amador will give us the details when we come back.
Wow, man.
Oh my God, David Martinez, unbelievable defense of his 135-pound championship. Omar Amador, give us the details.
Damas y caballeros, después de 4 asaltos de mucha más acción, ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of much more action, a 4 minutos 17 segundos del round número 4, 4 minutes and 17 seconds of round number 4, spectacular kick puts an end to this fight, una patada espectacular pone final a este encuentro. Para el ganador por TKO, for the winner by TKO, and still the Combate Global Bantamweight Champion of the world, David the Black Spartan Martinez.
On notice, anyone in Combate Global at 135 pounds, the championship goes through that man, and it's a scary journey.
Who wants some? That's what I want to know. You look, much respect. I was able to listen in little by little there, kind of snuck in my ear, but Cameron McLaren said good coaching. And it made a difference because in that 3rd round is when he gave him that pep talk. And look at that, beautifully executed right to the temple. Man, I remember training that kick myself in kickboxing, and boy, oh boy, if you land that sucker, that's all she wrote.
But what set it up? Low, bang.
He broke him
wasn't
down.
ready
broke
for
him down. And again, that's how you break down the grappler. Just take down his wheels, man. And he did it so nicely.
In a fight he was winning, in a fight all he had to do was see the final bell, and this would have been his. Look at the stats. This was his to win. 85 out of 102 as compared to 52 out of 73. Accuracy over 80%. Takedowns a non-factor in this fight. It's all about the stand-up. David Martinez was the better kickboxer throughout, but he didn't have to get the knockout. He chose to get the knockout. That is a champion right in the heart.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, you could win. You could go ahead and win it by decision, sure. But no, I want to show you why I'm champ. and I'm gonna make a highlight reel out of it. Wow.
Oh my God, I can't believe it, but there is more to come. The ladies next. Yeah,
wow,
oh my
man,
God, yeah.
I'm still trying to catch my breath.
We are trying Fernanda Marufo versus MARITZA Sanchez.
Soy de Guadalajara, Jalisco. Tengo una familia normal, tengo 2 hermanos. Empecé a practicar artes marciales a los 17. Siento mucho orgullo de mí, de mi equipo, de poder representar a mi ciudad, a mi país. Me gusta mucho todo lo que puedes mejorar, la transformación que he llevado con los entrenamientos, pues ya la trayectoria. Poder ser mejor cada vez como atleta, como persona. Yo creo que me definiría como una peleadora striker. Me gusta mucho pelear de pie, pegar los puños. Yo estoy decidida, he preparado mucho y vengo a ganar.
Oh, to be getting started in your career.
Marrufo.
And there's Fernanda Marufo. 2-1, just getting started in her career, just coming in with that confidence. She believes in herself. You tell that every time you talk to her. It's a confidence that's infectious. She believes she can win tonight. How does she do it?
You know why she's confident, Jimmy? Because she accepted this fight. MARITZA Sanchez has been waiting for an opponent. Yeah. No one has been stepping up and signing the contract. This young lady did. She's here to prove to herself that she's all about it inside La Jaula here at Combate Global. She's coming off a victory, a very short and sweet one. Look for vicious elbows, especially in the clinch. And what makes her both effective, but also a downfall, is that she throws in loopy shots, but they come in with a lot of power, which allows her to have a lot of openings. But boy, if she's able to connect one of these elbows or spinning back fists, it could be a major upset.
Remember Igor Vovchanchin?
Yes.
Similar kind of thing, a loopy shot, but when it hits, it takes you out. That's what she has. She has power, but her opponent, MARITZA Sanchez, has experience. Could that be the X factor? We'll find out.
I'm super happy to be back. We're gonna put up a fight against each other, and I'm excited for that. I'm looking forward to it. Although I've only had 5 professional fights, I could say I've been in the game for a while, but I can also say I am pretty new to this, so I still have a long ways to go. I'm not just physically ready to fight, but I'm also really mentally, I feel very well prepared. Fernanda, espero que estés lista porque yo sí estoy y te veo en la jaula.
Y ahora, su oponente, MARITZA Sanchez.
MARITZA Sanchez, the Mexican and American flags draped over her shoulders. Big, technical, aggressive, well-rounded. She seems to have a maturity in the game that says more than 5 pro fights.
But at the same time, she still feels that she's new to the game, which I think that's what makes her the better fighter. No doubt the fact that she's been on this long winning streak, but she doesn't forget that, look, I'm still evolving as a fighter. Yeah, I've had some great victories or whatnot, but I still need to evolve. I still need to fix some of my holes. And tonight, again, I think I said it earlier in the pre-show, it's been a very long time since he's had a submission victory. We may be something on the ground game here to test. It's a perfect fitting for her against Marufo, who's a stand-up fighter.
Yeah, but also, Marufo isn't the kind you can push around. I know that in her fights. Right. She's deceptively strong, deceptively powerful. You talked about the humility of MARITZA Sanchez. I think that's something she's going to need tonight.
She's going to bring in everything here, there's no doubt. And what I like about her, when she sticks to something, a certain technique, she'll practice until she gets it right. And we saw it against Steve Begling when she had been practicing that body shot. many of them to get out of that win.
A volume of body shots in that fight. Look, Marufo 5 years older than Sanchez. Sanchez just an inch in height. Looks a lot more from here, but just an inch in height. Exact same reach. The difference is in the experience, not in the numbers. Omar Amador, get us started.
Damas y caballeros, y ahora vamos a continuar con mucha más acción. We're going to continue with much more action. Y estamos listos para este combate pautado a 3 asaltos de 5 minutos en la división peso mosca. Everything is set for this bout. Set the 3 rounds of 5 minutes in the flyweight division. Los jueces son, the judges are John Rupert, Mark Streisand y Richard Green Sr. Damas y caballeros, el momento ha llegado para un combate global. Presentando en la esquina azul, now introducing out of the blue corner. Entra con un récord invicto de 2 victorias. She steps in with an undefeated record of 2 victories. Peso 124.8 libras. She weighed in at a lean and mean 124.8 pounds. Vistiendo todo de negro, wearing all black. Es de Puerto Vallarta, México, Fernanda La Pit Marrufo. Y ahora su oponente en la esquina roja. Now her opponent out of the red corner. Entra con un récord profesional de 4 victorias y 1 derrota. She steps in with a professional record of 4 victories, 1 loss. She registered 125 pounds flat. Registró un peso oficial de 125 libras planas. Vistiendo todo de rojo, wearing all black. Es del Dorado, California, Maritza Sanchez. Y el referee para este encuentro, el internacional Raúl Porrata.
Obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. Victoria y consejo en todo momento. Toquen guantes, touch gloves, back to your corners.
It is a showdown in the 125-pound division. Maritza Sanchez in the red, Fernanda Marufo in the black.
One thing stood out, Jimmy, in that introduction. Marufo never looked at the eyes of Sanchez. Always looking down.
Some fighter Jose Aldo, known for that as well. Oscar De La Hoya didn't like to make eye contact.
None whatsoever.
Yeah.
But Sanchez walked out very confident. Chest up, forward looking.
She's taking the center of La Jaula.
Oh, good exchange there from her, not being phased. But see, this is where it gets dirty.
Marufo has no problem with an exchange.
She does it, but Sanchez is so technical for that striking.
Also versatile with her strikes. She goes to the body, she uses her elbows, she uses every weapon when going for the finish.
And all floors of the body, she'll work it. Top, bottom, body.
Oh, nice short elbow.
Ooh, great stuff. Oh, that's it.
Wrist trapped around her back.
This may just finish early, Jimmy.
That might be it. The coach saying she can't defend. You have her wrist trapped.
Sanchez is so powerful.
Trying to free that right hand. So far, getting overwhelmed. Just over a minute into round number 1.
Now Sanchez taking the fight. Seemed like she's trying to take it to the ground.
Good job by Marufo popping back to her feet. Oh, another beautiful elbow. That one cracked her.
I've lost count, Jimmy. And it's only been 2 minutes and change.
That's a versatility of the offense of Maritza Sanchez. She's so good with that. Now going to the knees. I mean, there's just no rest.
Now, if you see the fight from Marufo that she last had and took a victory, this is where she took the win. Right here in the clinch where she landed the elbows, but she needs to transition here and get the upper hand in her end.
And Marufo just not able to free that right arm. You see it's trapped and then can't defend the left.
And
finally
there she goes. But great, trip right back where it started. for Sanchez.
Into the body lock position, but at least Marufo not dealing with that wrist control. Marufo been training for about 11 years. Considers herself a striker. Right now, she's getting overwhelmed by MARITZA Sanchez.
Sanchez is here all day. Well, Marufo threatening in some shots there, Jimmy, but Marufo needs to keep the hand on the body
going
shot.
to the body again. Those left hands to the body and to the head. Marufo hanging on for dear life.
She will break you down. Good way of positioning the head.
As a weapon under the chin, outside trip, beautiful stuff.
Telling you, if I'm Vegas, I'll win. I'll bet on that sub win today. That's what I will be betting on.
Right now, a half guard position. That's what Marufo's trying to hold, but MARITZA Sanchez on top.
You gotta go to February 2020. She won by way of rear naked choke to none other than Lucero La Loba Acosta.
Half butterfly guard now from Marufo. Trying to hang on. She's been on the receiving end so far in this fight.
Yeah, Marufo's just puzzled here. Just can't quite seem to get out of this position. Just Sanchez
certainly hasn't gotten any offense of her own.
And she wants to take, attempted a flying knee there, just couldn't fight the right timing.
Pop back to her feet, but Marufo circling at the edge of La Jaula. You're not going to find a door out of here, Marufo. She needs to come back and get into this fight.
Marufo needs to get that jab to keep her away, to keep her at bay.
Sanchez, though, once again, bringing the physical pressure. If you don't give your opponent a reason to back up, they never will. Always come forward at you.
That's why it's like Marufo's hands are just non-existent.
No. Sanchez once again working the body lock. On our way to, I think, an educated 10-8 round. Don't see him that often, but so far this has been a wipeout for MARITZA Sanchez.
Sanchez all day.
You said not a lot of people wanting to sign the contract to fight MARITZA Sanchez. We're seeing why tonight.
Yeah, she said it. Look, I've been in a long training camp. I was scheduled to fight earlier this year, and no one stepped up.
Well, so far, Fernanda Marufo stepping up, but on the receiving end of the offense in round number 1. Welcome back to Combate Global. Fernanda Marufo versus MARITZA Sanchez. Sanchez in the red, Marufo in the black, and it has been one-way traffic in round number 1. Fernanda Marufo better find a way to get back in this fighter. It's going to be a short night.
So Jimmy, in between rounds, Marufo's corner was telling her, use the 1-2, the 1-2 and move, 1-2 and move. You have the perfect weapon to do it. But we're not seeing that right now.
And the one thing is she spent her entire time back,
slip
to the
there.
fence.
This could be critical. Because Sanchez is going to eat that alive.
Yeah, she's on top. Haven't seen much from Marufo's guard so far.
And right before she slipped, she threw in like a loopy hand. This is just where pretty much that first round, right? Sanchez left off.
Yeah, physical pressure on top, ground and pound. Yep, 1-10-8 in there. That's what I agree with. Judge number 2 had a 10-8, but it doesn't matter. All 3 judges have it for MARITZA Sanchez.
Perfect 10.
Wipeout in round number 1, and now MARITZA Sanchez on top early in round number 2. Exactly where she wants to be.
Look how she positions that left arm to land in the nasty shots.
The versatility of the offense, punches, elbows, body, head, working everything. Everything's a target. Good coaches tell you, work the head to the toes.
Yeah.
And referee looking really close at a stoppage here.
Parata might have to step in, and
he does.
There it is.
I don't think there was any one big shot that led to it. It's just no intelligent defense. You saw the way the fight which way this fight was going.
There was no way that she was just going to bounce back from that flurry of punches. Just Sanchez could tell that she just had this wrapped up.
A 1 minuto 36 segundos del segundo asalto, el referee Raúl Porrata pone un alto a este encuentro después de una seguidilla de golpes sin respuesta. At 1 minute 36 of the second round, the referee Raúl Porrata stops the fight after a series of strikes without contest. Para la ganadora, por knockout técnico, for the winner by TKO, del Dorado, California, Maritza Sanchez.
Face doesn't always tell the tale. I think it does in this one.
I think it does.
I mean, unfaced. She looks great.
Now, and I've seen the other time that she's victorious, she always tends to get emotional, but this one, oozing confidence.
What happens? Become a pro.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Stop becoming emotional.
You
Start becoming
graduated.
business, right?
Let's take a look at some of the highlights. It was just ground and pound action, nasty elbows, grabbing the arm of Marufo, not allowing her to do anything. Raúl Porrata had nothing else but to stop the fight. Remember, safety first. And clearly, Jimmy, Marufo just wasn't going to get out of this position. She
Didn't
was
have the
deep
answers
water.
for the questions,
None
right?
whatsoever. And if you're not able to educatedly defend yourself, then rightfully so, the referee steps in.
And she was game. She hung in there, but the intelligent defense wasn't there.
It's that power,
Maritza
man.
Sanchez, she's got size, she has technique, she has power. Not seeing a whole lot of gaps in the game. I'm sure the numbers will tell the tale.
boy, look at
49 to 19, 22 to 7, 71,
Landslide.
26 overall. Wow.
Landslide in the punches, Jimmy, and you know there's no doubt she's the top of the food chain in her rankings. But I don't want to be the one here to make fights, but there's a young lady out there, Melissa Amai, who's undefeated.
Very good one.
Be a nice one to have, Jimmy.
Make little money as a matchmaker. Why not?
No, I don't know about that. That's not my role. We got great matchmakers here already. I don't make those fights.
Great talent right now at 115, and the boss is looking at us as we're getting ready for Jose Ferretti versus Tony Cortez.
La disciplina del MMA, todas las personas alrededor mío me han hecho una mejor persona. Mi nombre es José Ignacio Ferreri Zapata, soy de Montevideo, Uruguay.
Mi vida era terrible y tener un sueño así de ser campeón me ayudó a salir de las drogas.
Combate global, yo vengo a conquistarte.
Mi nombre es Tony Cortez y vengo de Corona, California.
Técnicamente soy un striker, me gusta tirar, me gusta quedar parado, tengo muy buenas patadas, piñas.
Esta es mi primer pelea profesional, yo soy campeón del estado de California, esta pelea va a ser muy fácil para mí.
En mi mente esto se siente como un campeonato, yo también soy un campeón y va a ser esa cosa, ¿no? Esa cosa que a todas les gusta ver. Yo quiero sacar la cabeza, quiero terminar la pelea, vamos arriba a Uruguay.
José Ferretti, MMA es mío y después del domingo vas a tener que buscar un otro trabajo.
Jose Ferretti, 7-2 as an amateur. Did well there, did show finishing power. Has yet to see that in La Jaula as a professional. Hasn't quite made the transition to the professional game. Yeah, and he's hoping to turn it around tonight.
Listen, this man has been at the bottom of the bottom already with this record 0-2, right? He's going in there, I got nothing to lose. I know what it is to be defeated. So there's only one thing I haven't done, and it's win. If you look at that interview that he had, he said, I'm gonna take his head off. There's a little animosity between these two guys. You know, Tony calling him out, saying, I'm gonna make you rethink your career as a pro fighter. So he has much to prove to this youngster to say, hey, let me show you I belong to be here in La Jaula. And yes, he might be a little wild, but if you let go of your hands, don't keep him up, it might be that victory that he takes here tonight.
Tough guy, a caretaker in his family. Let's bring in his very confident opponent.
Y ahora, su oponente, Tony Cortez.
As soon as I learned he's from Corona, California, I went, oh, Joe Daddy Stevenson, Cobra Kai, Dan Anderson. Immediately, I was like, oh yeah. The high desert, as we call it in California, has bred some great fighters. Where I had my first fights, MMA's been huge out there for years, and this guy coming in with a ton of confidence, undefeated amateur, wins by submission, can knock you out, and is looking for, as he said it, it's not my words, an easy fight tonight in his pro debut.
Charismatic in and side of La Jaula, as we are about to see in just a few, but has countless submission victories as an amateur and had a 6-second knockout victory win in his amateur career, won a title of California in his respective weight class. This guy comes in with a lot of hype, but that's the amateurs, Jimmy. You have now graduated to the pro level when things are a lot different. Here, you gotta bring in that confidence. It's not about, let me knock his head off and continue on. The game changes here.
Are you ready for a long, difficult, grueling fight? I have to say what's up to Joe Daddy.
I saw that.
Yeah. Both from Southern California. We compete in the same places, grapple in the same places. We know the same people. Good dude and a great coach.
And we're about to find out his coaching right here tonight. He's been in there.
Oh, to be 22 again. Do you remember that confidence? Remember those days? Believe you could do everything? That was a long time ago.
I can sleep like 2 hours and I feel like I'm ready to ride.
And not feel like crap, but a 2-inch reach advantage, 2-inch height advantage for Jose Ferretti. It's not in the stats. It's going to be in La Jaula. Omar, get us started.
Damas y caballeros, ya estamos listos para este combate pautado a 3 asaltos de 5 minutos a un peso pactado de 150 libras. We are ready for this bout set to 3 rounds of 5 minutes at a catch weight of 150 pounds. Los jueces son, the judges are Richard Green Jr., John Rupert y Mark Streisand. Damas y caballeros, ha llegado el momento de un combate global. Presentando en la esquina azul, introducing out of the blue corner, entra con un récord de 0 victorias, 2 derrotas. He stepped in with a professional record of 0 victories and 2 losses. He registered 150.4 pounds. Registró un peso oficial de 150.4 libras. Vistiendo de azul, wearing blue, es de Spokane, Washington, representando a Uruguay, José La Furia Ferretti. Y ahora presentando en la esquina roja, now introducing out of the red corner, haciendo su debut profesional, making his professional debut. Register 149.6 pounds, pesó 149.6 libras, viste de rojo, wearing red, es de Corona, California, Tony el Conquistador Cortez. Y el referee para este encuentro, el estelar Christopher Minioki.
Bring it in. Bring it close, but not too close. Right here. All right, I want a good, clean fight. Please protect yourself at all times and obey my commands at all times. If you want to touch gloves, go ahead. Good luck to both of you.
I was wondering if there's going to be a glove touch there.
Respect is there. They'll have a beer after.
You're looking right now at Tony Cortez in the red, Jose Ferretti in the blue. Both looking for their first pro wins. Cortez making his debut. Ferretti has tried twice and come up short. Cortez starting out fast.
Okay, so
no surprise.
This is where we're going to get interesting, right, Jimmy? He started off fast, but all the energy that you exert right from the beginning, a whole different ball game when it comes to the pros.
Easy body lock takedown. Ferretti right now trying to find a license plate of that
what
truck.
What happened here? Even Tony said
there must have been a foul of some kind. All right, he kicked him when he was down, maybe. His knee was down.
See. Yeah.
There was one. It happened fast.
Let's see if we could see the replay there, maybe. You can pull it up. Oh, kicked him when he's down. But
yep.
See if the truck could pull it up so we can see it. There it is.
He's on his knees. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's kicked ahead from his knees.
See, I would have expected that from Tony. But no. The man that already has been
We're
there.
seeing the inexperience, right? We're seeing the inexperience early in Ferretti's pro career. Ferreri's is only his third professional fight. Yeah. Cortez, you certainly see the explosiveness, you see the physical talent. Campbell McLaren, El Jefe, compared him to Mike Tyson.
That's a big comparison.
No pressure,
there, Jimmy.
no pressure.
None whatsoever,
Mike
right?
Tyson. Oh, big left hand, a la Mike Tyson. Coming out in a southpaw stance.
The Flying Tony. Call that one.
His coach in the corner, Joe Daddy Stevenson, similar build, stocky, strong. The guy's like a truck.
Yeah. But what I like about Tony, he's composed. He's relaxed.
A bit off balance. You can see his feet aren't under him all the time. You know, your offense, they say, you know, it gets ahead of your feet.
He said, I'm here to conquer Combate Global. It's a big statement.
El Conquistador. He's got the right nickname for it. You know, this is a guy who's overcome drug addiction, has ravaged his family, lost a brother to drug addiction.
That is just, and now he's a part of an, oh, he got shot there in the body with that kick.
Ferretti, excellent body kick. Ferretti did not come here to go away. He came here to fight, that's for sure. One hook in.
Tony has
went for a little too early.
Several victories by submission. He's known for that as an amateur. But he puts a lot of time helping those who are battling with drug addiction, especially the youth. Especially nowadays, you see it in the news, right?
Yeah, started a nonprofit called End Overdose, which helps spread the word to young adults about overcoming addiction. He believes passionately in that. Nice body shot, heard that one.
You lose your brother, and you know, he fights in there, always in memory of his brother. He even put a little video out when he signed the contract from Combate. He's just so excited.
Oh, nice left hand.
Oh, they see him here huffing and puffing there very early on. We're just in the first.
Remember, got to get out of round number one. 3-round fight. Be ready for 15 minutes. Cortez blitzing ahead. Not a lot of head movement. That guy's coming in kill or be killed. Not moving his head, not slick.
Not whatsoever. He's trying to put an end to this real quick.
Well, good left hand again, right over the top.
He wants to make sure he hits the South Beach and party, Jimmy.
Now working the body.
Already Ferretti has a little blood coming out of his left eye.
Now, Cortez, one of the things we're seeing is a little bit of that inexperience. He tends to smother his own punches, right? He lands and then they end up in a clinch position. He kind of runs into his opponent. Oh. Doesn't quite have the footwork to keep the distance yet.
Right, it's like the hands come first and the feet, right?
Right.
But hey, you're learning on the job.
Yep, the only way to learn it is on the job. Pace slowing down just a little bit.
But so far, that first round for Cortez looking real good.
Explosive, powerful. You see the things he's doing well, and you see the things that he still needs to work on. It's all there. So far, we're seeing tremendous physical talent from this guy.
His pace, though, calm down, adjusting to the fight.
But Eddie, for his part, has to find a way back in this fight tactically. He really hasn't had an answer for the aggression so far of Cortez.
Sizing him up, trying to find the right opportunity to connect.
Oh, another beautiful left hand. Another thing, you don't spar a lot of southpaws. You're not used to power coming from that side. And then boom, he's on you. Joe Daddy just said Superman, but we both heard it at the same time. There. If you thought it'd be a first-round knockout for Tony Cortez, running out of time for him to make that happen. 10 seconds left.
Jimmy.
And we see the hype is for real in round number one. Great round for Tony Cortez. Welcome back to Combate Global. The undefeated amateur Tony Cortez looking good in round number one, but Jose Ferretti 0-2, looking for his first win. Didn't go away. Wasn't the blitzing knockout in the first few seconds a lot of people expected. He hung tough in round one.
He hung in there, and if you cut that from the corner there, Jimmy, for Ferreri, 6-3-2.
Yep.
Uppercut, hook, straight. Of course, everybody has a different number for the different
And that's usually what it is, but it makes sense because you want to stop your opponent coming in with the uppercut, right? So that's the kind of the shot stopper. Hook is for power, and then as he goes out and hit him with the straight. Right. Yep. Well, it does make sense. Good coaching in the corner of Ferretti.
Oh, he got caught with that straight left. Oh,
double
he's trying to go for the rear, that highlight reel.
And Tony Cortez, no surprise here, open scoring here in Combate Global, 10-9, all three judges' scorecards. Don't have to be a judging genius to see that one. Going Kimura, very hard to finish from half guard. One of those trends that's become kind of slick over the last few years. People trying to Kimura from half guard. It's hard to pull off.
It's very hard,
to pull off. Cortez going around to the back, giving that up. But Eddie, very tired, wing and punches.
He's very tired.
Oh, another beautiful straight shot. Another one. There goes the mouthpiece. This might be it. Cortez has Ferretti right where he wants him. Awful time to put the guard in, but sure.
Hey, safety first, right, Jimmy?
And around the guard, easy full mount. But Eddie turning his back, the worst thing he could do in this position.
This may be it, Jimmy.
Cortez looking for the rear naked. It is deep. Good
He
night.
has it. Wow.
Submission, round number 2 in his pro debut for Tony Cortez. Wow. It's got power. Good transitions. You see the talent. You see why. Campbell McLaren, very bullish on this kid.
Very confident. And even with the victory, right, not gloating about it. Just, hey, I acknowledge I won. Great. Let me push forward and ready to go. He even said, I'll be back.
That's right. Joe Daddy Stevenson, his coach to the left, very, very proud. But things he's going to work on. But one thing you don't have to work on, finishing power. Kid has that. We'll get the details when we come back.
Después de 1 minuto 44 segundos de mucha más acción en el asalto número 2. After 1 minute and 44 seconds of much more action in round number 2. A rear naked choke puts an end to this fight. Un mataleón pone final a este combate para el ganador por sumisión. To the winner by submission, Tony el Conquistador Cortez.
He said he was going to take over Combate Global. Step number 1, successful for the man who calls himself El Conquistador. Tony Cortez, 1-0, officially undefeated as a professional. Did it in style.
And you know, again, when you see a lot of these amateurs that were just beasts at the amateur levels, they come in with that same intensity. But Cortez was very calmed down, had a strategy, and he stuck to it. Look at it right here. Landing in those hooks, positioning the right level, and just snook in that rear naked choke very nicely. But that is what stuck out to me, Jimmy. He was able to really calm down. It's like we had seen this guy already as a pro.
Right.
Usually you see him all amped up, ready to go knock someone's head off. No, he played the card right, waited for the right opportunity. And I think it has to go to coaching, right? Joe Daddy Stevenson, good coach in his corner. A man that's been in the cage and MMA for some time, that comes a long way.
Yeah, he had him ready to go, and he also didn't look discouraged after round number 1, an absolute wipeout here. Look at the strikes, 32 punches to 10. Good kicks for Ferretti, 31 to 15, but didn't really compare in terms of power. Everything he threw had power behind it. Great job landing everything. 92% accuracy, 2 takedowns. Tony Cortez had his way in this fight tonight. Great stuff. Those knockouts, playing the beats. Hope you're enjoying. Welcome back to Combate Global. Jimmy Smith alongside Rodolfo Roman. I've started my own tradition here at Combate Global, and we're continuing. It's called put Rodolfo on the spot. I love it. David Martinez defending his title at 135 pounds over Jose Zarauz. What impressed you most? Go ahead, boom.
I think it's the composure of him. You know, we saw a different side. We used to see him, that quickness, the kicks. We didn't see that until, what, the third round, third to fourth round. And you see that evolution, and that he wasn't struck by the takedown of Zarauz. He was able to, okay, that's fine, I'll adjust. So he adjusted. That adjustment that we saw live and in color inside La Jaula, that was impressing the most.
Well, aside from what's happened, what's coming, I'm going to put you on the spot again. What are you most looking forward to when it comes to the return of Christian Perez? What do you think he's going to do in La Jaula again?
This right here is the story in itself. You got Bruno's coming in, a former champ, and then you got Christian Puas Perez coming, who's been wrecking all his opponents inside La Jaula, minus that one fight that he lost against Baby Bull Gonzalez in that tournament. But what I'm looking forward to is, well, we've been some times since we've seen Bruno in action, and Puas, he's just exceptional every single time. Great hands, has knockout power, and what stands out the most when you look at his resume is that submission work that he has, training out of the goat shed. So, can he bring it to Bruno? Can he do the same? Bruno's a tough dude. He's a very tough competitor in there. So it could be potentially his toughest challenge, not including Gonzalez to date.
What else have we seen tonight? The fighter that comes in with confidence, not arrogance, confidence. They have the momentum. Perez, coming from that Goat Shed Academy, they bring confidence every time.
But over the time, I've seen pools that overconfidence just toned down a bit. He's adjusted that level. And we said earlier today with Maritza Sanchez's victory, right? That's what makes you a pro. Controlling that emotion, knowing when and when not to celebrate or celebrate. That's what sets the difference here in pools that we've seen a different man inside La Jaula.
You start out afraid. You start out wanting to make a mark. You become a professional. You become an assassin. You leave your mark not just in La Jaula, but on everyone watching at home. And to everyone watching at home, we hope you had an amazing Memorial Day weekend just like we did. It was exciting. It was vicious. So much aggression in La Jaula tonight. From everyone behind the scenes, my broadcast partner, myself, Jimmy Smith, have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.